swap. Time to put the new grill in the Tacoma. Well, good morning everybody. How are you today? Pretty good here, and that's right. It's time for the Tacoma grill swap. I am finally ready. I have the OEM original type grill. It's of course not my original grill. That I've put the lights in. These are awesome. Can't wait to see how this actually looks on the truck. And the badge or the emblem that I have covered to kind of mute the chrome a little bit. We'll see how that looks on the grill, you know, with the way that I did it. But, of course, before we can put this grill on, we've got to take the original grill, or not the original, the aftermarket, which of course is this one, off. Now, there are a few concerns here. Of course, the TSS system, I'm going to be moving it from where it is now, behind that cover, back up to where it was. And I've lifted the truck. See, it doesn't even know itself. It's all blurry. I've lifted the truck, so I'm a little concerned that I might get some kind of an error. We'll see, and if we do, we'll correct that. Also, the camera that is there has to be relocated back to where it was on the original grill. And I did have to kind of manipulate, change the bracket on the back of that, and I can't remember exactly what I did and how it's going to fit. So I might have to kind of customize that a little too. But anyway, we're going to go ahead, pull the grill off, lay it beside the other one so we can transfer everything and see how it goes. To get the grill off, it's really pretty simple. First, you have to open the hood. That's pretty easy. You only need about 3 tools, maybe only a couple. You need a 10mm socket, you need a screwdriver, and maybe a little pry tool. And all you have to do, first of all, you need to disconnect the wiring. That's right here. And then remove the holder here from the grill, because that's going to stay with the truck, obviously. And then there are 2 10mm bolts, one here, one here. You remove those. And then the push pins, let's see, across the edge, there's one here. Almost picked the wrong one. There's one here, and there's one here. And that's it. That's all it takes to remove a grill. So we're going to go ahead, disconnect the wiring, and pull it off. All right, let's go ahead and disconnect the wiring. One more tool I forgot. A pair of pliers helps to squeeze that little connector that holds the wire in. We'll get to that after we unplug it. Should just be a little push-in thing to remove the wire itself. And of course they put it on the bottom. I don't know why. So kind of awkward to get to, but we're going to go ahead and probably remove the holder first so I can twist the wire and see the bottom. So let's do that. That's pretty easy. Just a quick little push like that. That releases the holder that's down there, and you should be able to twist the wire then. And yeah, it is just a little push-in thing underneath. Again, unfortunately, it's on the bottom. It would be much easier if they'd put it on the top, but they probably figure nobody's going to be taking this off anyway. That was it. You probably heard the little whoosh sound. That pulled that off. Now we're going to go ahead and grab a 10mm socket and loosen the screws, or actually take them out. These are barely in there. They're in nylon inserts, so you want to make sure when you put the other grill back on that you don't really get on those, because there's not really much holding them in. And I have my little magnetic cup here. These come in very handy if you do any work, just so that you don't lose your screws. Okay, that was the second one, off camera of course. Now we're going to go ahead and pull those 2 push pins, one here, one on the other side. And that's pretty simple. Just get a flathead screwdriver like I showed you. Go under the lip of the pin, pull it up, and then hopefully the whole thing should come out like that. These are plastic, not magnetic, but we're still going to throw it in our little holder there. Do the other side way down here. So now the grill should be free. Now, a little tip for you when you're doing this. You want to make sure, and there is one more holder I forgot about. Right here is another one of those little holders to hold the wiring up, I guess. You do have to release that one as well. So, hopefully employ the same method. Yeah, just kind of squeeze it a little bit, it pulls right out, and then just push it down, and now your wiring here is free, away from the grill. I believe that's all the wiring, if I can remember. The tip is, these little brackets on top to hold the grill in, the nylon fastener or threaded nylon insert in there kind of fits up through them. So you want to lift up a little bit. That makes the grill loose like so. And then grab the edges. You should be able to pull the grill right out. Okay, we're going to kind of start. Actually, I'm going to start on the driver's side if I remember. It seemed like that was the better place to start. But right under here on the edge, you just want to grab, and here at the top, again, make sure it's away from those nylon inserts. And just give it a quick tug. That's it. That really is it. And there's nothing else connected, you guys can see there. So now we'll go set this on the table so that we can transfer all the guts that you see in there. The TSS sensor and then the camera located right up above. Okay, got the old grill here lying next to the new grill behind it here. And what we need to do is take off the TSS system there and the camera there and remount them over here on the OEM grill. This should just be removing some screws, ideally. That is the thinking anyway. So there are a couple brackets and things I have to remove, but screw wise you have one here, and one here, and then separate this little holder right here. And then on the camera system you have one bolt right here that will remove the bracket, and that's it. Okay, with those 3 bolts off, it should just lift right out, and it does. Pretty simple. The bane of all Tacoma owners, this thing right here. Now, there are 2 little inserts here that you have to remove and put back in the other grill, because that's what these screws go into. These should just pull out from the side. Might need a screwdriver for a little more leverage, but they just pop out like so. Pretty simple. The other one, let's see if I can do that. Yeah, with just my hand. And then we're going to go ahead and put those back in the other grill. I'll show you where they go. Pretty much just the same as the OEM version. You can see the 2 tabs on the side, I think, here and here. So they just simply slide in. There's what the back looks like, right into those tabs, just like so. Nice little pop to let you know they're in there. That's it. The TSS sensor can only go in one way because it has this screw on top right here, right? So it can only go in that way. Now, before we tighten anything down, I'm going to make sure that I get the camera right in here so that I don't have to take everything back apart. So we're just going to leave that kind of sit there for now. Next, I'll pull the camera, just 1 bolt that I showed you, and then we'll get it mounted in here. I've got the sensor back in, you guys can see mounted here, 3 screws, here, here, and here. And by the way, these screws, depending on what you need to do, if you're getting an air, these are the ones I was talking about in a previous video. The camera's mounted back in, and that's it. The other wires you see over here are for the lights that I put in the grill. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing back on the front of the truck, and then we're going to test everything out. Let you guys see. I'll put the new Emblem in there. It's outside curing right now. I think I'm going to call it even and go ahead and see about sticking that back in. And I want to do that before I put the grill on, because I'm not sure if I need to put a screw in it. There is a spot for a screw right here. If I want to take it off again to do something else, I don't know that I want that screw in there, because I want it to be easily removed, I think. Alright, I've got the Emblem here. It's been sitting out in the sun. I may end up doing it again. I don't know. It's not perfect, and you know, I want it to be as close as possible. But we'll see once it finishes curing. Obviously, it hasn't had enough time to do that. So, let's go ahead, mount this puppy in here. There you go. And again, I don't think that's going anywhere. I'm not going to put another screw in the back. You could, but it'd be difficult to get out, nor is it going to fall out the way that it's in there. So that's what it looks like. You guys can kind of see there. What I've tried to accomplish is to mute the chrome a little bit, and I wanted to still see the emblem. So I'm hoping that's what I've done. It looks a little brown sitting right here. We'll see. If I don't like it, it just peels right off. Okay, here we go. There. That's better. That's better. It goes straight in. Don't try to force it at an angle. It doesn't work. It should go in simply, which it did. So now it's in. Now I just need to put all the bolts and stuff back in, make my connection, which, since I have the wireless system, is just plugging this in to the wireless controller and then line the wire somewhere inside the truck. And then I'm done. We've got it done. You guys can see the finished product. I'm going to start it up. We're going to test the lights, make sure they work, of course. And then I'm going to head out on the road, do a little TSS test. That'll probably be a separate video because I don't want this to get too long. But let's start it up. Let's take a look at the lights and see the finished product on the truck. Okay, we got her all fired up. Let's see if the lights actually work. I have these known as fridge, I think. But I'm not exactly sure. No, they're front lights. Sorry. Fridge is something else. I'd have to go look. I can't remember. Anyway, let's go ahead. We'll do the light bar. There you go. Let's do the front lights. There you go. That's the look right there. Kill the light bar. And that's the driving around look for the front of the truck with the new lights. They are bright, astoundingly bright. Love the look with the new grille and the smoked out front emblem. We'll see if that affects the TSS system. As I mentioned before, well, I know what fridge is. Fridge is the under hood light. I don't know. It's the only label they had, so I called it fridge, and now I can't remember. But anyway, that is what we look like. That's with everything off. One more time. Those lights, the new grill lights, and the light bar. There you go. Pretty darn awesome, I think. Let's shut them down. Cool. Anyway, that is the finished product. That's what it looks like. I'm going to take it out, go for a little drive. Like I said, I'll do another video on that TSS system. We'll see. And I want to take a look at the emblem in the light, see if there's any bubbles in it or anything in it. I'm sure there probably are. Who knows? Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of my going back to basics. Putting the new grille on my Toyota Tacoma with, of course, the lights inside. I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, if you're interested, I have two other channels. RobMotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. And RobMotive Civic, about my adventures with the Honda Civic Type R and the Honda Civic Sport Hatchback. Check them out. If you like them, why not subscribe? Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.